One survivor from the now devastated town of Paradise, California, is sharing her story of escape. Video of her harrowing ride through the flames has been watched almost 4 million times on Facebook. So watch a portion of this.
Heavenly Father, please help us. Please help us to be safe. I'm thankful for Jeremy and his willingness to be brave.
Bryn Parrott Chatfield took that video from inside that car, and she joins us now. Good morning, Bryn.
Good morning.
Bryn, that is terrifying. Looking at your video is so scary. What were you thinking inside the car as you made this escape?
Well, I was devastated that my hometown of Paradise was on fire. We were totally unexpectedly going through flames. I didn't realize that Paradise was on fire at that part of town, and we were scared for our lives.
Yeah. What I can't understand, Bryn, is when I look at this video of your harrowing ride, there are parts to me, like this part right here, that look like there's flames across the street, as though you're not going to be able to get out. Did you know that this road was clear?
We had heard that road was clear. We were actually going the wrong direction in traffic, and we had heard that was the best route out, and so that's why we chose to take that route. But thousands and thousands of people took that drive, or a drive similar, or a drive worse. This was not just our story. This is everyone's experience.
Yeah, we've seen some of the other videos, but you just never know when the fire is going to jump the road. And I mean, obviously you have a gas tank. It's just all so terrifying to think about. Yet yeah. When we hear you, I guess, in the car, that's your voice, you're praying rather calmly. And so, did you think you were going to be able to make it out?
We didn't. I know that there's power in prayer, but we were scared for our lives. We thought maybe our tires would melt. We didn't know what was coming next in those big, dark things. We didn't know what was in front of us. It was scary. It was scary for the whole town.
We can tell. We can tell. There are times that it looks like there's just zero visibility. And then there's times where all you can see are the flames in front of you. You have 3 children?
I do, yes.
And they were not with you as you made this drive?
No, they were not with us. They had evacuated about a half an hour earlier with their grandmother.
And so was that the difference in just a space of a half an hour? Did it get much worse?
Yes, their experience was not this, which I'm so thankful for. But just in a small space of time, those fires had started, and there were still thousands of people that needed to evacuate.
And what has happened with those thousands of people?
Thankfully, a lot of people have gotten out. They're being housed in Chico. They're trying to find places to stay. But there are hundreds of missing people. We know that the death toll is high. It's really devastating to see such a beautiful place with beautiful people so devastated.
And did you worry at these points that you were trying to evacuate that you might not see your kids again?
Yes. And that drive was only about 2 to 3 minutes, but people experienced that for hours, and we were definitely scared for our lives. And the only thing that we could do was pray, which we know works, and to have my husband just keep driving.
Oh my gosh. You survived. Your husband survived, your children survived, but your house did not, and your husband's dental office did not. So what will you and your 3 children do now?
We're kind of living hour by hour or day by day, just trying to decide what we want to do next. We're looking into using some space in Chico for my husband to work. We're not really quite sure where we're going to stay. There's just so many unknowns right now for everybody.
I mean, you're as I understand it, you're in a rental home 2.5 hours away. Do you think you'll ever be able to go back to Paradise?
To rebuild and live there?
I guess.
We haven't made our decision. And that's a really hard decision for us to make. I was born and raised there. We chose to bring my family back there and raise our children. Paradise has strong people, and a lot of people want to rebuild, but we know it's going to take time. Just to clean up the destruction is going to take a long time.
Yeah. Well, Bryn Parrott Chatfield, we're thinking of you and your family and all of the people there who had to evacuate, as well as those families who've lost loved ones. Thank you very much for sharing your video and your story with us.
You're welcome.